Europe. Europe, the continent that once stood as the center of world empires, torn apart twice in the first half of the 20th century. World War I had left deep scars, but World War II it shattered everything. Cities destroyed, millions dead, economies collapsed. Out of this devastation, a new dream began to rise, a dream of peace, unity, and cooperation. This is the story of how Europe turned its ruins into one of the world's greatest unions, which is the European Union. So, please, before we continue, please subscribe to this channel of Dorf Media in order to be attentive and also to share this video to others so that they can get information. So thank you. You are welcome in this conversation. After 1945, Europe was divided between East and West, between democracy and communism, between the US and the Soviet Union. Yet in Western Europe, leaders realized something: to prevent another war, the nations that once fought each other had to depend on each other. In 1946, Winston Churchill called for a United States of Europe. His idea was simple: bring European nations together politically and economically so that war between them would become impossible. The first step came in 1951 with the creation of European Coal and Steel Community, which is ECSC, led by France, West Germany, Italy, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. Coal and steel, the resources that had built tanks and weapons, were now being shared under one organization. It was a symbol of trust. In 1957, the six founding nations went further. They signed the Treaty of Rome, creating the European Economic Community (EEC). Its goal was to form a common market, free trade, open borders, and shared prosperity. This marked the birth of what we now call the European Union. The nations agreed to work together on agriculture, transport, and trade, laying the foundation of a united Europe. Over time, more countries joined: the United Kingdom, Denmark, Ireland, Greece, Spain, and Portugal. Europe was no longer just a collection of states, it was becoming a community. By the 1980s, the EEC had proven its strength, economies were growing, and borders were opening. But leaders saw that economic unity wasn't enough, where they needed political cooperation too. In 1986, the Single European Act was signed, aiming to create one big internal market. Then, in 1992, came the milestone, the Maastricht Treaty, the birth certificate of the European Union itself. This treaty introduced the EU name, the idea of a single currency, and closer ties in foreign policy, justice, and defense. It transformed Europe from economic alliance into a political and social union. In 1999, a new chapter began. Europe as a single currency adopted by many European countries. For the first time, millions of Europeans shared not just values but also money. Travel became easier, trade flourished, and Europe began to act as one power on the global stage. After the Cold War, former communist countries of Eastern Europe joined too: Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, and others. The European Union became a symbol of peace, democracy, and freedom. But unity has never been simple. The European Union faced crises: the Eurozone debt crisis, migration challenges, Brexit, and the rise of nationalism. Yet, even through disagreements, the core idea remains strong: that cooperation is better than conflict. Today, The European Union stands as one of the largest economies in the world, representing over 400 million people, arriving experimenting unity after division. So, from the ashes of war to the power of unity, the European Union's story is proof that nations can heal, rebuild, and rise together. A reminder that peace is not a gift, it's a choice, and Europe chose unity. The European Union from coal and steel to peace and prosperity. And that is the story of how Europe, once divided by war, became united with hope. So, please, for those who were following me and who were listening this conversation, please subscribe to this channel of Dorf Media so that others and also like it, share it so that others can get information about this European Union. So thank you. God protect you.